Wake up, Toronto. It's 5:19 on Friday, February 15th, 2019. What's the weather like? Well, it's -4 right now with light snow and some clouds. The temperature seems to stay the same throughout the day with some sunny breaks in between. Closer to the evening, it will get more cooler. Around -9 degrees Celsius is expected. I'm really hoping we transition into the spring season and soon at that because I want to make changes to my wardrobe. I'm so over seeing this weather and dressing in just neutral colors. I need some bright, vibrant colors in my life right now. But that's not going to happen because our winter is set to hang out with us a little bit longer. Let's start off the show with some local breaking news. Last night around 11 p.m., an Amber Alert was issued. An 11-year-old girl by the name of Riya Raj Kumar was celebrating her birthday with her father and was supposed to return home to her mother. After hours of being missing, Riya's mother contacted police. All criteria fit an Amber Alert case, and so a public announcement as well as mass messages were sent out via text. An hour later, a second alert text was sent out saying Riya was located. Unfortunately, there was an extra detail missing. This morning, it was announced that Riya was found dead in a Brampton home. The cause of death and what the relationship was with the house owners, as well as what led them to investigate that house in particular, has not been released. It is alleged that there was an argument that occurred earlier where the father, whose name is Rupesh Rajkumar, sent Riya's mother threatening text messages to harm Riya and himself. Because of the Amber Alert, people sent in tips with license plate info, which helped police find Mr. Rajkumar. As much as the news is heartbreaking that a young girl was murdered on her birthday, what is just as worse is all the people complaining how these alerts ruin their sleep or lifestyle. Many were calling their service providers furious and wanting to get emergency alerts switched off. Others were taking their anger out by calling 911. In fact, I myself have seen in both my Twitter and Facebook feeds with people sharing their outrage and asking assistance in how to turn off such alerts. Obviously, these emergency alerts are controlled by service providers in cooperation with police and are used in scenarios just like this or national crisis. Toronto police officers also spoke about how shocked they were to hear citizens show no sympathy or concern to a girl whose life was in imminent danger. Constable Akhil Mohan shares on his Twitter, quote, "Can't even begin to describe how disappointing and upsetting it is to read the comments, emails, and calls to our communications bureau complaining about receiving an Amber Alert late at night. I appreciate that a lot of people were sleeping, but the immediate need to locate the child outweighed the momentary inconvenience that some people encountered. Tragically, this incident did not have the outcome we were hoping for, but the suspect was located as a direct result of a citizen receiving the alert and calling 911. The system works." End quote. All right, guys, here's my take on this. I think there was lots of support from people who were extremely worried about Riya's safety. And then there were those who were unable to show empathy or draw a connection because they seemed to not value the lives of others, which is rather selfish. Had it been a family member or close friend of the people who were doing the complaining, I can guarantee you that they would be on board with the Amber Alert. If you have an opinion you'd like to share on this story, send it into missbollywoodproductions@gmail.com. I may read them live in the next broadcast. Remember the viral video of a suspect throwing objects, including a chair, over a high-rise building near the Gardner Expressway? Well, believe it or not, but she turned herself into police on Wednesday morning. Her name is Marcella Zoia. She's 19 years old and a dental hygienist student. She was released on a $2,000 bail and faces multiple charges, including mischief endangering life. According to Marcella's lawyer, her actions were the cause of peer pressure and it might not go on trial, even though there is video evidence. There is a possibility that Marcella is innocent. Apparently, she's embarrassed and is going through a traumatic experience, but there is footage of reporters following her as she left the courtroom, I believe, and she looks completely comfortable to me. She's walking into a Starbucks to buy a drink, and she's just smiling the whole way through. So I'm just going to be honest. I'm not buying this peer pressure thing. If anything, we have been brought up and taught to know the difference between right and wrong. If Marcella felt that it was her choice to make, she wouldn't have gone ahead with it. I mean, there was no gun to her head or anyone provoking her. I think it has something to do with attention seeking, and the intention could have been for views on Instagram or YouTube. It seems like a common theme with the generation today. Anything for likes, which sounds pretty sad to me. Are you guys feeling nostalgic? Do you ever wonder how you can watch some of your favorite Canadian shows from back in the day, but when you go researching, it's hard to come across on the internet, especially full episodes? Well, worry no more. Encore Plus has created a YouTube channel providing access to movies, TV shows, and miniseries, including children's programs like Doodle Bops and the OG of scary stories told around a campfire called Are You Afraid of the Dark? I stumbled across Encore Plus's account as it appeared in my recommended feed on YouTube. I was surprised to find a show called Ready or Not. I remember watching it when I was growing up. It's about two gal pals named Amanda and Busy and how they navigate through life experiencing the good and bad together. I won't lie, I did binge a little. It took me about 2.5 weeks to finish the 4 seasons. It was fantastic. More than that, I was stoked about the clothes worn on the show. Some were very iconic 90s fashion, which has made a huge reappearance in many retail stores today, like the chokers and overalls, crop tops, scrunchies, turtlenecks. I still have yet to find butterfly clips, you guys. I've been looking everywhere for them. Those were my favorite accessory back in the day. Well, along with body glitter and navy blue eyeliner. Oh, and lip smackers. Before I get carried away with reminiscing, let's move on to the next topic. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, one of the biggest events for businesses to market and sell absolutely anything. From the typical roses, boxed chocolates, and huge plush animals to the more expensive things like electronic devices, vacations, fancy dinners, and proposals. Nothing says I love you than with a gift. I'm not too sure if any sarcasm was picked up in what I just said, but I'm also not trying to be a Scrooge or completely against Valentine's Day. I mean, when I was a teen, it felt like a big deal if a guy you were crushing on bought you something. It definitely made me feel special, and I never understood then why my parents didn't bother buying each other stuff. But now I get it. Maybe it's because I'm engaged, I don't know. My fiance Av and I were talking about it last month actually, how unnecessary it is that there is one day where people share their gifts and a photo with a long mushy gushy caption to their social media platforms, which is undeniably true because my Instagram feed was flooded with similar posts. It's just like Mother's and Father's Day where it has this same effect. We felt that we do nice things for each other all the time. It's like we celebrate Valentine's Day every day, that we don't need a single day to commemorate that. The same things with my parents. I show them I care by spending quality time with them, creating memories that's private and away from social media. And when I do decide to share photos, it isn't just on popular days like these, but just random ones. Anyways, I digress, but let's keep it on the same topic. In other entertainment news, on Valentine's Day, Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry got engaged. Hold up, when were they even dating? Jokes? I thought they looked adorable with their matching Tamagotchis at the 2016 Met Gala. Anyway, in a recent Instagram post, Katy was holding up a diamond ring shaped like a flower with a pink gem in the center. If you didn't know this, Orlando was previously married to supermodel Miranda Kerr. They have one kid together named Flynn Christopher Bloom. And Katy Perry, she was also married, and you probably know, to English comedian Russell Brand. And they have no kids together. Coincidentally, both of Katy and Orlando Bloom, their marriages happened in 2010 and lasted around the same time. I feel like it was fate that brought them together, and I'm so happy for them. I'm also a huge fan of both of them. Fun fact, Orlando Bloom and I share the same birthday, January 13th, baby. A quick story, and I can't believe I'm going public with this one, but when I was a teen, I was a huge Lord of the Ring fan, like complete geek, and Pirates of the Caribbean as well, because come on, Johnny Depp, I was in love with him. Anyway, Orlando Bloom was in both movies, and I had framed posters in my room. So the morning of my birthday, I would first wish myself a happy birthday and then turn to my poster and say, "Happy birthday, Mr. Bloom." And then I'd blow him a kiss. You know, I was one weird kid. I'm saving the best for last. More banking on Valentine's Day. Cardi B and Bruno Mars dropped a song on V-Day called Please Me. Now, that's pretty straightforward and raunchy, but there you have it. This is their second collab after Finesse. I guess the song fits the romance vibe theme there for it to be appropriate for the occasion. Now, the song itself doesn't have a music video, but it's in the process of filming. And feedback has already piled up with fans saying the artists should make an entire album because their vocals just work so well together. Who knows? That could be a possibility. They'll listen to their fans. Previously, Cardi B pulled out of Bruno's 24K tour back in 2018. Maybe there will be future performance dates. Again, keep your options open and locked. That is a wrap, you guys. Wake Up Toronto airs Monday and Friday mornings so you can start off the week and end it right. Wishing you all a safe and fabulous weekend. Much love from me to you. Mwah. Miss Bollywood, out.